We are back again. After crashing again. I don't know why we keep crashing, but we're back. Okay, so what we were doing before was that we needed to make the top portion a little bit bigger because it was too small, but everything is connected to the waist, our initial piece. So we had to clone it and make that the piece that everything goes into. So we're gonna leave waist one, we're gonna connect waist one to the waist. Let's bring it up. Bring it to the waist. And so that there's two pieces that are exactly the same, except waist one is bigger and adjustable. So now that we have that adjustable, we got the side accessory. Or was it 7? Okay, we don't want waist one anymore. We got it, we don't need it anymore. Good. Okay, so now we got waist support. No, we don't need that. We need side accessory. We gotta move side accessory. Move side accessory down past 9. So now it's side accessory 6, side accessory glow, side accessory 5. I believe that's right? Side accessory glow 1. Let's see. Yeah, it moves everything that's supposed to be there. Let's move it out. Move it out to the edge like that, so it's in it like that. And then we're gonna select the other one, which is only 4 for some reason. Why is this one 5 and that one 4? What did I do? Why is side accessory glue 1? That's for the bottom piece, right? Accessory 5. But somehow this other one is 4 pieces. What did I do? Well, I guess we're going to have to find out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's no glow here. Okay, that's what I did wrong. I'm like, I don't see this extra piece. Side accessory glow 1. Yeah, that's the piece. Okay, so we gotta clone that piece. Clone. Move it up. There. And then flip object. There we go. And now we're gonna pivot, center. Good. And then move it in. Move it in more. There it is. Now that's in the right spot. Okay, so now we're gonna select that, select all of these, all 5 of those. Good. And we're gonna move it out a lot. Move it out. So that it's in there, it's connected, but it's like in there because it's connected with the bolts. Let's leave it, pull it out a little bit more. Good, I think we're good. Sorry that the stream keeps getting cut off. I don't know why, but we're good. Okay, so now we're streaming, we're doing okay. Now let's do the side cloth. So we're gonna take our main cloth that we already made. We're gonna save real fast. We're gonna hit the cloth, we're gonna clone it, and we're gonna clone it. Okay, so now we're gonna take it and then snap 90. Let's make it inward. Nah, it's gotta be outward. But again, we can adjust it later. So we're gonna move it, bring it on down, wide. Wide looks crazy. And we're gonna move it in and down. So the side of his legs are completely covered by like this stuff. Let's make it longer. I think that's an issue too. So his legs got to be long, but he's a big, strong dude too. So it makes sense if we do this. that could be it, like that. Or we can do the single here and then just have it there like that. Yeah, now that I see it, it's like I like the double a lot, but I also think it's too much. The double's a little too much. So that's why we do stuff. So we look at it, we think about it, we see if we want to make it that. The 2 looks cool, but it also seems like it's a little too much. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh, you back at it? Yeah, I think so, man. I don't know. I keep getting like shut down, so sorry if it goes out again, boyo. You like it? You like it with the single or the 2? So like it would be, this was what it would look like with the 2, like that. Or we can delete that top part and just move it up into here and make it like, or we can just leave it like this, honestly. Kind of looks like it's like coming out of the sides. What do you think? I like it like that. Like that? Okay. All right. Hell yeah. Well, thanks for your input, boyo. So I guess it's going to stay just like this. Cool. So now that we have cloth 2 in that position, we accidentally cloned it too many times. We're going to delete that clone and we're going to use the one that we made. The cloth 2 becomes cloth 1 again. And then we're going to go to symmetry and we're going to flip the object. And then we're going to hit our pivot tool to make it go to the center of that object. And then we're going to turn off the pivot and just slide it into place. Bang. So now it's like inside there and it's glowing and it's like an extra piece. All right, so now we got like the side portions with the hanging cloth. And then we're gonna, just to make sure that it's not so symmetrical, we're gonna hit our move tool on this side and just readjust this one. So just so that it's not exactly the same, because they are the same piece, but we got to give them life in a different way. So this one's going to be a little longer than the other side because symmetry is not fun. So we're going to make it asymmetrical and just drag pieces of it to make it look different. Is it the same robot from last time? Yes. If it is, then yes. My mind keeps going back to the lore. Gives them each a personality. Yeah, it's the same robot from last time. We're just... I fell asleep making the waist, and it was atrocious, and it didn't have any like shape or functionality. I was just cutting out shapes because I was falling asleep and I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't end up taking that gummy. I just got tired, man. It was like 3 a.m. and I was off, and I was just sitting here and I was just dozing off making things. But yeah. So this is what we're going to do for this one. Again, this side's now longer than the other side. It's got a couple more dents and waves. And then we're going to go to this side as well because it's an exact copy of the front, and then just move it a little bit. Just pick a piece, move it in, move it out, and now it's different from the main one. One more move. There, perfect. And now it's different from the main piece. So now we have the front part. We can honestly make this gigantic, but I want people to see the legs. So I put a lot of effort into like making the legs, and so when we get to that point, we're gonna do it. I feel you. I should have internet tonight, so I maybe be able to stream tonight to do some solo queue to learn new strats. Oh, cool. Is there a way that we can stream at the same time, like on like I'm doing my thing, you're doing your thing, but we're both like streaming together? I don't know how that works. If that's possible, let me know. Yes. Oh, okay. Cool. Sweet. Do I need to do anything particular? Co-stream. Yes. How do we do that? Is it just this add stream button? You got to figure it out. Okay. All right. Well, you figure it out, boyo. And I'll stream this, and you'll stream your thing, and we'll merge streams. All right, so now we got the front and the sides. Now we got to do this little back side. The back thing is just a solo flap 2 flaps that just cover this opening. Honestly, we could probably make this bigger. We'll do that later. We'll do that later. I keep thinking I'm gonna make it bigger, but it's fine for now. We're gonna do the back flaps, and it's just 2 quadrilaterals. And so to get started with that, what is he saying here? I used to be a huge trust thing because we had to exchange stream IDs, which is a huge no-no, to be honest. Just do with a random person. Yeah, but yeah, they changed it. Okay. Well, I'm not a random person, but I will steal your stream stuff. So the risk is still there, boyo. The risk is never 0. I'm just kidding. All right. So let's see here. Let's see what we got. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that we're in the waist, which is good. We're in the waist. We're gonna go to add a box. We're gonna validate it as usual. Decimate. Decimate just means lowering the polygon count. It's never ogre. It's never. I love Calvin. He's funny. All right. So now we have our lowered polygons. We can just make it huge from the outer portion to make it about halfway there. And then now we're gonna shrink it on that axis. And then we're going to move it over and down just to get a general idea of placement. So we're gonna cut this left corner off of it because in the design it's like boop, 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 boop. You can see it's like that. So we're gonna do that. But just to see positioning wise, if this is big enough, it is. I feel like it's a little too big, but I don't want to make that decision until we make the cut. So we're gonna go to backside, cut. We're gonna use our trusty trim tool. Trim. I'm joking. My whole community knows my name by now. Dox my name on stream. Wild Mike. I'm sorry, Kimchi Poppy. Oh, my community knows my name by now. Kimchi Poppy. That's what we're called. I'm sorry, I doxed him. Jesus. Already about to get banned from Twitch, and we just got started. All right. My bad, Kimchi Poppy. I love you, bud. All right. So now we're gonna make the cut for the shape. And again, we just had to go to our trim tool. We went to polygon. We needed hard edges, so we click it twice to make it a hard edge. And then we just make our cut. Bang. Oh, we gotta turn off symmetry. Gotta turn off symmetry. I keep forgetting. Turn off symmetry, so it only happens on one piece. Bang. Alright, so now we got our shape. Look at that. There it is. We got our shape. And so we're gonna move it over. And then align it. And then we're gonna do some cuts and stuff to it. Let's bring her out. Oh, we gotta turn off snap 90. Turn off snap 90 so we can rotate it in. Let's move it in. We want to make sure that it's touching the base, which is why I want to make this a little bit bigger. So pause real quick, make this base bigger, move her back, move her, make it a little bit bigger like that. All right, now we got some room to work. I can cut off the edges if I don't like it, but for now it's good enough. I just needed some space. Now we got space. Alright, so we're moving this back like that. We might have to make it smaller. We're gonna clone it and flip it and see. But first I wanna make like cuts and stuff to it. Alright, so that would be good. So let's flatten this as much as we can because we made it at an angle, so we don't want to mess up the cuts. All right, we're looking to see if it's about straight. It's pretty good. Oh, see, there we go. Now we can see. That's about 0. Just about. Okay. Straight enough for what we want to do. Now we're going to clone this bad boy. Clone it. Move it up. 2 fingers to put it back in its original position. Go to material. Make it additive. Shrink it down. And now we hit the original again. Again, we're going to do all this stuff before we name it, because when we start putting everything together, it's going to blend back together and it's going to be called a mesh. All right, so now we're going to use our split tool. Polygon again. We're going to delete our polygon thing, making sure that we're perfect to the back side. There's the front, there's the back, perfectly aligned, good. And then we're going to just make a shape that sort of resembles the one that we have. Hard edge, hard edge, hard edge, hard edge. And now that's good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. Split it, gizmo, click on that piece, shrink her down. Shrink her down some. Move it out. Good. Now we go back on that piece. Split tool again. Shrink it down, shrink it down, shrink it down, and shrink it down. And boom. Now we go to our gizmo again. Click the new piece, shrink her down. You move it out something like that. And just so we got that glow piece, right? And so now we got the box split 2, and box 1. Split. This is box 2. Box 1 is the inner glow, right? So let's just make sure. What redo? That's that. Undo there. And that's box 1, which is the inner glow. So rear panel glow. We can name this one because this one's not going to change. But the box split, we didn't name it because it's going to be fused together, and now it's going to be box 2. So now we can name it rear panel. Rear panel. All right, so now we got the rear panel glow. We can move it in position, and we can put it at an angle, and then we can clone those rivets from the other one. The bolts, we can clone them and just move them into position as well. So we're gonna move it in, move it down some. Yeah, like that. And just check and see if it's nice enough. I like it. So then we're gonna clone them, and then rear panel 1, move it closer to rear panel 1 glow, just so we have it in ideas in our head. Flip the object, highlight them both, and then now we're going to move them in position. Bang. It looks like it's off to the edge a little bit too much on that one side. I think it's okay, but we're just gonna click the other 2 and move them over some closer towards the edge. A little bit more. That's good enough. And we're gonna move the other side in a little bit. Move this side in a little so it's not all the way directly on the edge. Perfect. And that's the back panel. So he's got this big encasing because he is a big robot and he needs a lot more detail. So that's what we're doing here. So now we have to make little flappy flaps again on the back of him. Oh, let's do the bolts. Let's do a bolt. Okay, let's do the bolts at the top here. So we're gonna clone this bolt, and then we're gonna move it. It's a sphere, so we don't need to like rotate it in space. I was just about to do that, but like it's a sphere. It changes nothing. We just need to put it in place. Look at that. And it says SA bolt glow, but that's fine. We're gonna clone it and move it, and then clone it and move it. Maybe shrink it a little bit. And then clone it and move it. They all are named. They're not probably in the right spot, but it's fine. Again, nothing ever has to be perfectly symmetrical. I don't like it to be anyway. Unless you really want to. If you really want everything perfectly symmetrical, there's ways to go about it. Oh no, I didn't clone it. I just moved it. Put it back. Put it back. Clone it. Move it. There it is. Perfect. All right, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. So now we got the rear rivets. They're sticking out a bit much. That's why we rotate in space and see what we got going on. So let's pull them in, each and every one of them. Pull them in. Pull it in. Pull it in. I can see that there's something going on with that side one over there too, but that's fine for now. Pull it in. Bang. All right, so we got the glowing bits there. Everything has been decimated to very little polygons, so we can work with a lot more. All right, so the back, we put little flappy flaps too. So again, I'm just gonna take this one, clone it, and then, do we need to snap 90? Yeah, let's snap 90 just in case, and then flip it. And then we're gonna move it back, over, down. Let's make it long and a little wider. Again, these are gonna cover up the legs that I'm gonna put so much time and effort into making. But it's okay, it's okay. This is the design I went with, this is the design I wanted. Let's see. We're gonna put it in there just like that. It's in there. Is it cool lighting with this one? A little bit. So we're gonna move it over some. You can kind of see it in the glow there, so we're gonna cut it. And then our trusty move tool, move. Now you're not touching anything. And then now you're different too. So we just drag stuff around to make it different. Let's pull the bottom too out like that. Love it. And we're gonna clone it just to make it easy. Clone it. Go to symmetry, mirroring, flip it. I didn't clone it. God dang it. Oh, move. There we go. Now we got the clone. Undo. Put it back into space. Flip it. Move it over. And then we're going to use our trusty move tool to make it different. Move it. Here. Just pick a random spot and then change it a little bit. And there's some collision. I don't want collision at all. There. And now we have built this crazy waist. Oh no, I forgot to. No, I took it away from the front. When I cloned it, I forgot to move it. That's why the gizmo clone is kind of annoying. That's why you have to go into the scene and clone it. Either way, it's fine. We'll fix it right now. Boom, just like that. Move it over. Move it up. Make sure it's in position. There. Turn off the snap 90. Bring it down. Perfect. Make this one more narrow. And then we can go to our trusty drag tool and just drag some more. Drag some more just to make it different. Make it a little bit different here. There we go. Now it's different from the other ones. Everything is unique. Everything is fine. Everything is unique and fun and different. All right, so that is our waist. Ladies and gentlemen, we have completed the waist. It's got all these extra pieces, and through our boy Kimchi Poppy's suggestion, we're gonna leave these side flat pieces just like that, like they're coming out of the bottom ones. And this is our waist. It looks way better than what we had the other night. I was all the way out of it. I was just falling asleep. I was probably rambling and like, this is a square, let's make it into a circle, and then I fell asleep. But this waist is way better. It has all the details and it's fun. And all from this little sketch that we made. and it has a lot of noise and a lot of different things. But from this sketch, we built this. And this looks way better, and it's more fun, and it has more pieces, and we had the rivets and the bolts and just every little thing that we wanted to have on here, like it's there. So next, we're gonna look at it from what we have so far. We're gonna add it to the pieces that are done. So we're gonna close the waist. Ooh, rear panel didn't go inside the waist. Good thing we did that. Get up in there, get up in there, get up in there. Cool. Because if we need to scale this bad boy, we need everything together. Cool. All right, so we got the waist turned on. We're gonna turn on the head, hand, arm, claw. Turn this on. Turn that on. Turn on the chest. We're gonna move this up from those cylinder pieces there. All right, now we gotta align some stuff. Okay, so we have everything turned on. We're gonna move the waist. It actually turned out really nice. We're gonna move the waist in position here. It's a little big. That's why I overcompensated, because I was like, I forgot how big it is in the scale as compared to everything else, but that's why we have everything selected together. But that's too small. That's so funny. Okay, so his waist is a little big, but if I make it smaller, then it's going to be too small and it's not going to make sense. So I'm thinking, honestly, I kind of want to make the waist a little bit bigger, and then I can just widen out his like that. It made it a little bit bigger to fit it more into this. But we have like, now it's just a plate, and the plate seems like there could be more to the plate, or I can more to his waist. And I honestly don't like his waist being that big, so we're gonna undo the changes to the waist. What's the fix here, gang? What is the fix here? Because we need it big enough for the legs. Okay, so I need this bigger. The answer is definitely bigger for sure. But we got weird collisions with the arms, so we're gonna have to make some adjustments to the arms, because we need this area to be big. But if we shrink it down to where it's supposed to be, like, he'll have itty bitty little baby legs, and I don't want that. Let me make it wider like this. Does that mess up the... Because we make it a little bit wider like that, and longer. Undo. Because, okay, we got the scaling right. We just got to make it bigger. Bigger. Bring her down. Bring it up like that. But we'd have to erase some of his midsection, which I'm fine with doing. This is why we do it piece by piece, to see what we need to adjust. Can I move it back? What if I just moved it back? Would that do it? Would that do the trick, just by moving it back? And his legs wouldn't be like... Honestly, that's not bad. I think that's good enough. But his legs just have to be massively long. Or do they? Let's turn his head on. Look and see what it looks like with the head. It looks pretty cool so far. Let's go to view mode so we can see what we're working with. Like, that looks awesome. To be honest, it looks awesome. I just think we have some proportion issues with the waist still. I don't know, gang. I don't know what to do here. We'll figure it out. Let's just build his legs and see. Let's build the legs and see. Because honestly, if they're just a little bit longer than the cloth, then that's fine. And we only need to build one leg, guys. We only need to build one leg. And then we'll have our guy pretty much. We just got to clone the leg and flip all the pieces, which takes a while. But look how more interesting he looks than the thing from the other night. If you go back to that video and look at the end of the video, you're going to be like, wow, this is night and day different. This is way better. Because this is me after getting a good amount of rest and like furthering the idea. There's still problems with it. It's so boxy, but I kind of like it. I like how boxy it is. Like he looks like a tank for real, for real. I want to turn his hand right now. Right now, we're gonna turn his hand. We're gonna go into this. We're gonna move him over here so I can see what I highlight. But right now, we're gonna turn that big ass hand at a 45-degree angle. So big shoulder boulder arm. We're gonna open her up. We're gonna unhighlight everything until we start getting to the bottom. All right, so we got all the fingers. There. All right, I think that's good. We're gonna gizmo it. We're gonna snap 45. 45. And I think that's all the pieces I needed to move. Yes, it is. And we can move this back. Move that back. We gotta put it back into place. We gotta put it back into place. Save face. Needs the base. Alright, if I can snap 90. Snap 45 this way. And turn off snap 45 and rotate down just a little bit like that. All right, now his big ass hand is not colliding with the materials and stuff. Let's turn it out more. And then we gotta make sure it makes sense. Hit the align tool. Whoa. Didn't want to do that. Zoom. We just wanted to zoom. Pivot, center, pivot. Cool. Now we're gonna adjust it like that. Yeah. See, easy, don't want to do that. Just want to move her back. Zoom in and see. That's perfect. That is the point of that little socket right there, is it so that it rotates the fist. Now that the fist is rotated, like so, we could go into here. Let's put the sword on his back too. Sword. Look at that. It's starting to look real good over here. It is looking real good so far. He's huge, man, and he's got a really big bastard sword. Oh, let's move the sword into position too. Let's see if there's any collision there. Move the sword. Move that sword. Gizmo. Swunk. Is it colliding with anything? Just a little bit. Swank. Okay, so then let's make this thing a little bit fatter. Bigger and fuck. Undo. Okay, there's a lot of parts there. Can't really do that one. It makes sense, man. There is a gap. There is a gap. I'm certain that there's a gap. And there's a gap here too. Can I make it just a little bit forward? That's fine. I don't care if it pokes out the back. That's cool. Meet me where the sun shines, huh? Look at this unit of a guy. Now we just gotta put some legs on him. Ew, it's coming together, man. This is just the base thing. I gotta make this guy twice. Oh, I gotta make him twice. But I only have to move a couple of components of him, so that's fine. But yeah, he's looking really good so far. I like the base now. I like the size of it. We gotta add these. So I'm gonna go to this real quick and clone it. Clone. And move it. Because I do have these on his shoulders as well, so we just gotta pick a spot for it. Like that. And then this one. Clone. Move it out. Align, mother fudge. It's like, why is there a rope piece on this super high-tech shoulder thing? Because I want it to be there. Let's see. Collisions. No weird collisions, it's there. Do I need a bolt for it, or it just makes sense that it's hanging off of them? Yeah, we're gonna leave it. It's the rope curve. Rope. Bye bye. Now that moves with that, and that moves with that. Okay, so he's looking pretty good so far, to be honest. I like him a lot. But I gotta make his legs. I keep getting distracted by how cool he looks. He looks so cool. This is an amazing character that I've designed so far. He's all blocky and big and strong. And he has a giant bastard sword. And this is what it originally looked like. This is what all of this came from. Just a doodle of this is like how I work. I make like a quick doodle thing and then just try to emulate that and redesign it until I can see it in 3D. It's kind of cool. I wish he was just floating, but it wouldn't make any sense. I mean, I don't know, man. He's just like a flying Dutchman robot with anger issues. That's cool, man. Look at all the details. We put a lot of detail into him. Just so much detail on this guy, which is a lot of fun. A lot of glowing parts. Always good to have glowing parts. Look at his weapon. I gotta change this little piece here because if this one's hanging off of his back, I just gotta clone this again. I gotta clone it again and then make the edit to that little piece because it wouldn't be sitting straight up like that. It would be pivot, center, pivot. It would be like this. It would still be on there, but it would like hang down like this. So I'd have to like move tool it. Or leave it like that right there. And it would look like that. But again, I can clone the whole thing and just remove it. But it would hang straight down like that. It would make more sense because of gravity. It would just hang. But yeah, that's what we got. Just a bunch of hanging pieces. Nothing on his back. We got the sword on. There's no collision here, right? It's so close. It's so close, but there's no collision there, which is good. Which is really good. Okay. Very cool. Alright, now that we're done looking at this awesome dude. Oh, wait. Does it make sense that it's just like right there on this edge of the sword? Let's move the sword over some. Hit the sword, show it off. Gizmo. Up. And up. More like that. Just up more. Is that better? Because the sword just like swink. It's connected to like this metal thing, and then like he depowers the magnetic thing, and then it turns off so he can pull it off there. But if he doesn't turn that off, then the sword's stuck to his back just like that at an angle. And then he uses his big ass arm to grab it and then wield it like it's a butter knife. But yeah, it's coming together nicely, guys. I kind of want to stop for a lunch break. Getting kind of hungry, feeling like getting a public sub. But this is 40 minutes worth of work. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this part of the stream. We're going to stop for about an hour, get a lunch break in, stretch our legs a little bit. And then we are going to get the legs done. We are going to get the legs done. And then do the photo shoot for the base model. And then we're going to try to port him into the group photo with the healer, the gunslinger, the ninja. And he's going to be the tank of the group. And then I'm going to do some action poses. I think I'm going to do some action poses with this guy before I do that. So we're going to put his sword like hanging off of his shoulder, being held in the big hand. We're going to put like his little claw hand like up, like pinchy, and like come on if you want to fight us or something. Just something with a little claw on, because I think it's hilarious. And then maybe him like jumping in the air or something, but one with the sword off of his shoulder. And then we have to make the berserker mode, which is another fun part that I'm going to do for this guy. We're going to make him like angry. Like, he looks cool now, but he doesn't look as angry. He just looks like his base form. And then the second form is going to be really pissed off, a lot of glowing parts, a lot of like Dragon Ball Goku aura. But that's coming later. Right now, thank you guys for watching. I am Tank Flip, or the Rambling Black Mage, or whatever you want to call me. Just call me Tank. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been the building process of the waist for 0012. We're almost done. Like I said, we just need his legs and to reproportion those things, and then he's done. The base model will be done. Then we can color him, which is always fun. We're going to color him up and make him colorful and fun and badass, more badass than he is now. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. We're going to take an hour or so break for lunch. I'm going to put this up on YouTube as well, so you can watch along or just hang out and catch a vibe. Again, I'm Tank Flip. Thank you so much. Peace, peace, peace.